All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who also will well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. All right, I just wanted to do a lesson going into, the signs of heaven. In particular, one of the signs of heaven, all right, are the chariots of the Most High. All right, the chariots of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right, and to this world, okay, this world will perceive them to be UFOs, unidentifiable flying objects. Okay, but to us in the know, those that have the true understanding of the scriptures, all right, the 100% understanding, we know that those are the angels of Yahawashi. Okay, the so-called UFOs are the vehicles that the angels ride in. Okay, Esau, they lied to the world and said that those are little green men or little green alien from another planet. And they have another term, not UFO, but IFO, it's an unidentifiable flying phenomenon. What is it called? An unidentifiable flying phenomenon or something like that. All right. So Esau, he come up with all these different, terms, all right, because they have to control the narrative. All right. If it was up to Esau, nobody would see, so-called UFO sightings. All right. But he can't control that. He can't hide that. So now they have to control the narrative. OK, which is a form of blasphemy, because they're saying that the holy angels, look like these little creatures. All right. But really, the angels are melanated beings. OK, they're melanated beings, so-called, black men with beards and afros. Okay, that's what the angels look like when they come down upon the earth in their regular form or the human form. Okay, so I want to get some scriptures going into that, because those chariot sightings, that's a part of the signs to let us know that we are at the end. Let me get I believe it's Joel, the 3rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. No, Joel, the 2nd chapter, where it says, the signs to look for. Let me see, smoke. Bear with me. Yeah, here it is. This is Joel, the 2nd chapter, verse 2. And I'm going to start at 3. And it says, "And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of Yahawashi come." All right. So the point I want to, magnify on here is, "And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth." So a part of us knowing that we are at the end, okay, which the end or the end of the world is just speaking of the end of an age. All right. It's going to be the end of Esau ruling in the earth. OK, that's the end of the world, the end of Esau's world. OK, and there's going to be a new rulership that's going to be established, which is going to be the kingdom of heaven underneath Yahweh, Yahawashi, all right, and the nation of Israel. Okay, starting off with the elect. So that's going to be the new rulership in the earth, and it's going to be a whole nother realm. All right, once that new rulership is set up. Okay, and Esau gets taken out of power. So these are the signs to let us know that this world is about to end. It says, and I will show wonders in the heaven and in the earth. And part of those wonders, all right, is going into the different chariot sightings. It's different so-called UFO sightings. All right, which if you do the study, the majority of the UFO sightings are in America. All right, which will make sense because America is known as Babylon the Great within the scriptures. All right. And the scriptures tell you that the eyes of the Lord are upon that sinful kingdom. All right. So you can apply that now. America is that sinful kingdom. All right. And the eyes of the Lord are the angels. OK, those are the eyes of Yahawashi. OK. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept real quick just to prove, because the angels, they're monitoring what's going on in Babylon, and it's going up. You know, that's why I tell you in Revelations, the 18th chapter, her sin reaches up to the heavens. All right, because the angels are watching this place. OK, this is the book of Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 23:19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts. So the eyes of Yahawashi are the innumerable amount of angels. OK, you know, and they're monitoring America, not only America, but also the whole earth and everyone in it. OK, the angels are monitoring what's going on and making sure that everything is going according to prophecy. Everything is going according to the will of Yahawashi. OK, and the will of Yahawashi is that America be destroyed with those thermonuclear missiles, and that the elect of the nation of Israel be protected and delivered. OK, so those signs in heaven, when you see the chariot sightings, OK, you know, we ought to look up, for our redemption draweth nigh. All right, because those are signs directly from Yahawashi to let us know, you know, that salvation is near and the destruction of the wicked is also near. OK, and best believe Esau see the chariot sightings too. So I'm gonna continue to read and Joel 2:30, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. All right, so that blood. All right, there's been recently, you know, different rivers that have been turned red. All right, like blood. All right, different signs. It says in fire. OK, there's been a lot of apocalyptic type fires that has happened. OK, because we are in that end time. We're in this this range of time where the Lord is visiting the earth. OK, it says in pillars of smoke. Yeah, different volcanoes that were once dormant are becoming active. OK, verse 31. It says the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of Yahawashi come. All right, so it said the sun shall be turned into darkness, are going into, you know, those solar eclipses. It says in the moon into blood before that great and terrible day. You know what that means, the lunar eclipses. All right, those are the different signs in the heaven before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. Yeah, before the Lord, you know, brings his judgment, which these people are not of the earth are not privy to the judgments of Yahawashi. That's why they see these different signs and they don't equate it to the Heavenly Father. They don't equate it to, the Lord bringing judgments for their wicked actions. All right. And that's why us in the know, the Lord told us, really, the Lord told all of Israel, but 2/3 of our people, you know, choose to believe the ways of this world. OK, they choose to be in behind Esau. All right. But the Lord told us as Israelites, let me get Jeremiah, the 10th chapter. This is Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. All right. When you go into that word dismayed, it means to be fearful. All right. It says, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So though these heathens, all right, which 2/3 of Israel, the Lord looks at them as if they're heathens because their lifestyle, the way they are, is not of, the Lord. Okay, so the Lord looks at 2/3 of our people just like he looks at a Edomite, or a Moabite, eating all kind of abominations. The Lord don't look at them as if they're Israelites right now. All right, because they don't want to choose to follow the ways of the Lord. So, but this is what the Lord told us. It says, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. So we understand, with the chariots, those are the signs of the Lord. And not only those, but the rest of the signs of heaven, the different eclipses. All right. It says, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Verse 3. Now this is going into Christmas, which is the practice of Saturnalia. All right. When you break down Christmas, it goes back to the ancient practice of Saturnalia. And I believe that was them worshiping the heavenly bodies. All right. The main one being that planet of Saturn. All right. The Lord told us not to get into all that, to worship those. All right. We worship the creator of all things. All right. We worship Yahawashi, who created the planets, who created the stars. All right. And everything that we see. All right. So the Lord told us not to get into all that because the heathens, the bugged out heathens, were doing that. All right. So going into verse 3, it says, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. And that's going into what you see now. OK, that's why they got these different trees in the middle of the Walmarts, in the middle of Target, your local shopping center, is because they're still practicing these paganistic customs here in Babylon the Great. It says the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. OK, so that's going into Christmas. And what do they put right at the top of the tree? They put a star, them being dismayed at the signs of heaven. OK, so the Lord didn't tell us, to do all that. So 2/3 of Israel that are going to partake in Christmas, that ritual, OK, and that are getting into that Christmas spirit. All right. You're making the Lord even more angry and furious with you. All right. Seeing be that we're so close to the day of the Lord's judgment. Jacob's troubles about to hit with martial law. Esau coming down with great wrath upon you Israelites. All right. And you going to piss the Lord off even more. OK. But the scriptures tell you, Hosea, I believe is Hosea, the 4th chapter. Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right. So 2/3 of Israel are ignorant, and they're not ignorant because they're forced to. At this point, they're willfully ignorant because this word has been out there for years. All right. And when our people hear the word, they reject the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures. All right. And when you get down to it, they really don't believe in the scriptures, even though they claim to be Christians. All right. And whatnot. But they don't believe in the scriptures because they're not following the scriptures in its entirety. So it says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because thou hast rejected knowledge. So they rejected knowledge. All right. So our people are willfully ignorant. You can read the scripture in Jeremiah 10 where the Lord told us not to partake in Christmas. All right. But they'll still do it. So they rejected the knowledge. It says, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. All right. So that's what you see. All right. 2/3 of Israel are going to be judged in these last days. All right. Gruesomely. All right. Before the Lord established the new kingdom. All right. But going back to the topic of this lesson, because it kind of veered off a little bit. You know, our people are dismayed at the signs of heaven. When they see the chariots, they don't know what that is. All right. They believe what Esau tell them, that they're, little green Martians. All right. They don't understand that those are bigger brothers. All right. Are brothers, in the heavens. They don't understand that those are the angels of the Lord. Okay. That's why our people bug out. They get all terrified. They in the spirit of the heathen. All right. But this is what the elect is waiting for, those that are in the know. All right. Those that understand, the will of Yahawashi. The elect is waiting on Yahawashi to make his return, according to Revelations 1:7. It says, Revelations 1:7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. So it says, behold, he cometh with clouds. Now that term clouds in the scriptures, when you read that, is speaking of the so-called UFOs. Because in the ancient world, they didn't use the same terms that we use today. Okay. The chariots was known as the clouds of the Most High. All right. Or the clouds, or the chariots of the Most High. Okay. Because the so-called UFOs, they cloak themselves within the clouds. They can actually spray a mist of clouds and cloak themselves within that, or they can just simply be invisible, But when the prophets seen them, these are the different terms that they use: the chariots, or they use, the clouds. All right. So going back to Revelations 1:7, behold, he cometh with clouds. So those are the chariots, and I'm gonna get a scripture to back this one up, to let you know that Yahawashi is coming with the angels and not just regular clouds. It says, and every eye shall see him. Yeah, because Yahawashi is going to invade the earth. It's going to be a so-called invasion, or UFO invasion. All right. But that's really going to be Yahawashi making his second return with the holy angels. Okay. It says, and they also which pierced him. All right. So not only are the earth is going to see, but those people that pierced Yahawashi back in the times of the Romans, those same men are here back in the reincarnation. All right. For those that can receive it. It says, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. Now, to get the proof that those are not talking about regular clouds when Yahawashi return, this is Psalms chapter 68 and 17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. All right. So when Yahawashi returns, there's going to be an innumerable amount of angels that are going to be with him. All right. And when you go into the Apocrypha, it tell you that Yahawashi is going to have that father ship. Okay. Yahawashi's chariot is going to be bigger than the rest of the angels' chariots. All right. Because Yahawashi is the one that's commanding the angels. All right. So that's what the elect is waiting on. Okay, we're waiting on the return of Yahawashi, which with the return of Yahawashi is going to be that deliverance. All right, to deliver us from the destruction, the main destruction being that nuclear destruction. Okay, so let me get a precept. This is Zechariah chapter 5. Salakia. This is Zechariah chapter 5 and 1. All right. And this is Zechariah, and he was in the presence of one of the holy angels. Okay. Which, just to throw this point in there, we're not supposed to worship the angels. Okay. We are supposed to worship Yahawashi. All right. It tell you that in the book of Revelations, when he said, I, John, fell to his feet. But then the angel said, I'm thy fellow brethren. It says worship Yahawashi. So we are not supposed to worship the angels, but we understand that, the Lord has the angels, to watch over us, to, but we are to worship Yahawashi. All right, the angels, they're just our brothers. So going back to Zechariah chapter 5 and 1, then I turned and lift up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. So when he looked up, he seen a chariot, okay, in the shape of a roll. All right, and even now you have cigar-shaped chariots, all right, that are seen all around the world, okay, because the chariots, they come in many different forms and sizes. Verse 2, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. So we're talking about a massive invasion. All right, this is what the elect is waiting on. Okay, Yahawashi to invade the earth. All right, it says, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith Yahawashi of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. All right, and the house of the thief is America, the thief being Esau, Edom. All right, which they rule the earth. All right, but the scriptures tell you that the beauty of the Chaldees, the modern day Chaldees, is Esau, Edom, the elites. All right, so the chariots is mainly going to enter into America. All right, which this is where the bulk of the Israelites are. You know, all the tribes are like gathered up in America and also spread out too. Okay, I'm gonna actually get that in Jeremiah, 16 verse 15. Okay, because this invasion, the Lord is going to send his angels to deliver the elect and also to bring destruction. All right, bring destruction, destroy different landmarks. Okay, wicked landmarks that Esau got set up. Verse 4 says, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. Yeah, the blasphemy, saying that the Most High is a so-called white man. All right, saying that his son is a so-called white man. The angels are little white babies. All right, and saying that the Lord's chosen people are those so-called, Jews over there, which really those are the head tribe of Edom, Amalek. All right, so Esau committed blasphemy on the highest level. So it says, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. So those chariots is going to be consuming America, just like that movie Independence Day. Okay, you can read, it's like you can watch the original, or you can watch, the newer one, or you can watch both. It show you when the chariots, enter into America, they're going to be destroying buildings, hitting people that got the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, hitting people with laser beams. Okay, this is what the chariots are coming to do. All right, and it tell you that all nations saw well because of him, because these chariots is going to scatter the sky, man. There's an innumerable. There's probably more chariots and more angels in the spiritual realm than there are people on the earth. All right, so that's how much power Yahawashi is going to bring. All right, when he touches down on the earth. All right, and I believe the scriptures say one angel can destroy the whole earth. So an innumerable amount, if you can fathom the magnitude of power Yahawashi has, man. And that's the power that we serve. All right, and we're supposed to serve Yahawashi with fear and with trembling. Okay, but again, we are waiting on the return of Yahawashi to deliver us. Going to Jeremiah 16 and 15. I'm gonna start at 14 actually. It said, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. All right, because that story is still being told to this day. They even make movies about it. When the Lord delivered us out of the hands of the Egyptians in the ancient world. Okay, that story is still being told, and we even have a high holy day. the Passover. Okay. But they're in the kingdom of heaven. Once the Lord delivers us from America and from the lands where he had driven us, there's going to be a new high holy day. All right. In remembrance of this delivery. All right. Because in the ancient world, during the time when we was delivered out of Egypt, all right, it said that there was a pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day. That was a chariot, a giant chariot, which Yahawashi was the one that was driving that chariot. Okay. But that chariot led us out, out of Egypt and crossing the sea. Okay. So now the Lord is going to turn it up and just going to have all the angels show up. Verse 15. Well, I'm going to start at 14 again. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them. So how is the Lord going to do all that? All right. The chariots. All right. And when you read the scriptures, it said that the elect is going to go up into one chariot. I perceive that, could be wrong speaking as a man, but there's going to be one giant chariot and they're going to let loose smaller chariots to gather the elect and then bring them all back to that one big chariot. But either way, the Lord is going to deliver the elect from wherever they are at in the earth. So it says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Speaking of over here in Northern America, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Okay, so, again, the elect is waiting for that invasion. Okay. When you look at it from an outside perspective, hey man, this is otherworldly. This is eerie. Okay. You actually have men that are waiting for a so-called UFO invasion that it's going to happen. Trust and believe it's going to happen, to be delivered up in those chariots. Okay. Us are the hopeful elect. This is what we hope for. We understand that those are the angels of Yahawashi. All right. In the world, they're going to realize it once it's too late. And I'm going to get that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Through the Spirit, I may have to do, a part 2 on this lesson, because I have more scriptures that I wanted to get into. But for the sake of time, I might have to do a part 2, Lord's will. But yeah, let me get Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. All right. And these elites, they're terrified, by the way, because they have all these different telescopes, these mega structured telescopes that can, they can stare deep off into space, and all they see is Yahawashi and the angels, and Esau knows that the angels ain't for his good, ain't for his well-being, so that's why they got the Space Force established, and they're still trying to put more weapons up there. Why? Because they know Yahawashi is about to return to take them out of rulership, but yet through Esau's pride, he's going to try to fight against the Lord, which the scriptures speak about, that the war in heaven. All right. Because the Lord is gathering these nations in World War III to fight each other. But once they see Yahawashi coming with the chariots, all these nations, these heathens, are going to stop fighting each other, and they're going to try to fight the Lord, and they're going to be utterly obliterated. Okay. This is Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Verse 1, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. So this is prophecy happening right now. Okay, the spirit of Yahawashi is within the earth. Okay, and is resting upon the servants, the men that are out there prophesying in the spirit of Yahawashi, breaking down, the true understanding of the scriptures all over the earth. All right, that's the spirit of the Lord. Okay, it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. And the elites, they're watching the camp spring up. They're watching brothers out there on the highways and hedges. They're watching the videos. And that's why the elites, they're trying to come up, with a plan. They're going to do false flags to try to get to the men of the Lord, because the men of the Lord are the only ones that are, are a threat to Esau, Edom. All right, to the elites, the men of the Lord are the only threats. All right, so they're going to, try to lie, try to lock the men of the Lord up. And while they're coming after the prophets, they're going to come after the rest of you Israelites. Okay, the ones that aren't awoken to the truth, or are awoken but are not walking after the spirit of the Lord. Esau is going to come after all of our people. Okay, so it says, in the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. So that salvation is going to have to come. All right. So the Lord is going to preserve his elect through all these tribulations, through Esau coming after the men of the Lord. All right. The Lord is going to protect his elect, because Yahawashi is going to have his angels have charge over the elect, to have that hedge of protection. Okay, so when Esau come down, there's going to be miracles popping off, man. So it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Now, this is leading up to that final deliverance when Yahawashi invades the earth, and shall be amazed with the strangeness of his salvation. So when these people see the elect get beamed up, they're going to be fearful. All right, it's going to be eerie. All right, it's going to be uncanny to see the chariots come down, all right, in real time, up close, okay, because the chariots are always so elusive, all right. They're just going to ascend, all right, to deliver the elect, and also to shoot laser beams. So these people is going to be terrified with fear. But it also says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Yeah, because they're going to be amazed also, because the beauty of the chariots so far beyond all that they look for. So these people are not expecting this, man. All right, they're not expecting that those men on the highways and hedges, they got the garments, that we're speaking the truth, man. But they're gonna realize it once they see the elect get beamed up. They're gonna put all the puzzle pieces together, and they're gonna realize that those are actually the Lord's chosen people. All right. Verse 3 says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Yeah, because we're always the blunt of everybody's joke. Okay, the Israelites, all right, especially the men that are in the truth. All right, we even hated by our own people. All right, but when this deliverance come, these people are going to realize that the whole time they've been living in wickedness. Okay, and that they hated righteousness. So I'm going to continue to read verse 4. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. So that's what these people are going to be saying, man. Right before those nuclear missiles touch down, they're going to witness the elect get beamed up. All right, because the elect has been waiting on the return of Yahawashi, man. Okay, Yahawashi going to be in that biggest ship. All right, and he's going to come back angry, a so-called, black man with white woolly hair and an afro. All right. Verse 7, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not found it. Or what hath pride profited us? Or what good hath riches with our vaunting brought us? All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasted by. Yeah, and it's ultimately going to pass away when those nuclear missiles hit and these people be destroyed. All right, 2/3 of Israel is going to be destroyed, but they're going to come back through reincarnation as babies within the kingdom. But the elect is going to have a hand in building the kingdom, or with Yahawashi. All right. And those heathens, that are left, that are outside of America, that survive, they're going straight into slavery underneath the nation of Israel. The elites that make it, they're going straight into slavery. All right, and they're going to build up the kingdom of heaven upon earth. Okay, so with that being said, I pray that this be edifying. I want to say, call halal Yahawashi, Bashem, Mchakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and a bar.